Beneath the placid beauty of the Pacific Rim, a primal force stirs. For centuries, Mount Mayon has stood as a silent sentinel over the Philippines. But in 2026, its ancient slumber shattered. A symphony of rockfalls, seismic tremors, and gas emissions began to write a new, terrifying chapter. Within days, the numbers became stark. 3,500 souls evacuated, 100 pyroclastic flows in just 24 hours. The ground itself was screaming. For the people of Albay, Mayon isn't just a mountain, it's a living entity, demanding respect and often sacrifice. This isn't just a natural disaster, it's a profound test of humanity's endurance against nature's raw, untamed power. What makes Mayon so uniquely deadly? Why is 2026 proving to be different, defying predictions and pushing the limits of our understanding? We begin our journey not with scientists, but with the unseen heroes, the ordinary people facing extraordinary circumstances. Meet Aling Nena, a farmer who has seen Mayon erupt more times than she can count. Her home, her livelihood, tied to its volatile slopes. This time, the warning came swiftly, but the tremors in the earth felt different. A deep, unsettling growl that vibrated through the very bedrock. Phivolcs, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, activated Level 3 protocols. But even their seasoned scientists felt an unusual dread. The 2026 eruption wasn't merely about magma, it was about the rapid escalation of seismic events, far outpacing historical precedents. Compare this to the 2018 event, 599 rockfalls over 2 months. In 2026, 346 in just 6 days, a terrifying acceleration. This isn't merely a statistic, it's a ticking clock, forcing thousands from their ancestral lands, leaving behind everything they know. The permanent danger zone, a 6-kilometer radius around Mayon, is a stark reminder of life lived on the precipice. But even that zone seems fluid now. Tonight, as ash clouds obscure the stars, one question looms. Is Mayon merely flexing its ancient muscles, or are we witnessing the dawn of an unprecedented seismic age? To understand Mayon's current fury, we must delve into its geological heart, a perfect cone concealing a violent past. Mayon is a stratovolcano, built layer by layer from hardened lava and ash, part of the Bicol volcanic arc, itself a segment of the colossal Ring of Fire. This isn't just a geological feature. It's a constant battleground where the Pacific Plate dives beneath the Philippine Sea Plate, fueling a chain of fiery mountains. The eruption in 2026 revealed new, unprecedented stress fractures deep within Mayon's plumbing system, challenging established models. This discovery, documented by Phivolcs in their Albay Subsurface Report 2026, suggests a more complex, volatile magma reservoir than previously thought. Dr. Teresito Bacolcol, the lead volcanologist, warned that these new fractures could accelerate magma ascent, leaving less time for evacuation. The most destructive phenomena are pyroclastic flows, superheated mixtures of gas, ash, and rock traveling at hurricane speeds. They are unstoppable, consuming oxygen and incinerating everything in their path, a brutal, inescapable force of nature. The sheer volume of these flows in 2026, 100 in 24 hours, was a grim testament to the volcano's terrifying vigor. Could these flows be a precursor to something even larger? A complete collapse, perhaps? The terrifying possibility lingered. Mayon is not alone in its turmoil. The Ring of Fire pulsates with a renewed, unsettling energy. Could these distant tremors be connected? In 2026, experts observed a startling Sakurajima shift in Japan. Mount Sakurajima, notoriously active, exhibited a new, deeper seismic pattern. This wasn't simply another eruption. It was a signature of magma movement from an unprecedented depth, detected by Japan's advanced seismic arrays. Then, in Indonesia, Mount Merapi, another titan of the Ring of Fire, revealed a silent warning in early 2026. A team of international geophysicists using cutting-edge muon tomography identified a new, volatile magma body beneath its western flank. This discovery, dubbed Merapi's Shadow, suggests a potential new eruption vent, radically altering previous risk assessments. Are these isolated incidents or symptoms of a larger, interconnected planetary shift? The scientific community grapples with this profound question. Back in Albay, the human cost is measured not just in evacuations, but in the silent suffering of those who leave their lives behind. The evacuation centers, once bustling community hubs, are now temporary shelters filled with the uncertainty of tomorrow. And what of the animals? The livestock left behind, the beloved pets, their fate, a haunting footnote in the human tragedy. In 2026, animal welfare organizations like the Philippine Animal Welfare Society mobilized rapidly, risking lives to rescue as many as possible. Their efforts highlight a critical gap in disaster preparedness, the systematic protection of vulnerable animal populations. The psychological toll is immense. Repeated evacuations breed evacuation fatigue, a deep-seated weariness that challenges resilience itself. Dr. Elena Ramirez, a sociologist tracking Mayon communities since 2018, notes an alarming rise in long-term anxiety and trauma. How do you rebuild a life, year after year, under the constant shadow of a volcano? It's a question without an easy answer. But resilience thrives. For generations, indigenous communities around Mayon have possessed a profound, often overlooked knowledge of the mountain. They read the whispers of the wind, the migration of birds, the changing taste of the spring water, subtle cues that often precede scientific instruments. These are not superstitions, but centuries of empirical observation, passed down through generations, forming a unique early warning system. The challenge for modern science is not to dismiss, but to integrate this wisdom. Phivolcs now works with elders, bridging ancient and modern. Beyond human resilience, technology offers a new frontier. In 2026, Phivolcs unveiled its Sentinel network, a game-changer. This network integrates real-time satellite imagery, AI-powered seismic analysis, and deep Earth muon tomography, a symphony of sensors. One breakthrough in 2026 was the DeepScan algorithm, an AI model trained to predict subtle changes in magma viscosity weeks in advance. This model, developed in collaboration with Caltech's seismological lab, offers unprecedented lead times for disaster response. Yet, even with these advances, nature holds its secrets close. The 2026 eruption still threw curveballs, defying some predictions. The controversy of the permanent danger zone endures. How can communities thrive when constantly threatened with displacement? For some, it's a necessary evil. For others, an injustice that strips them of their ancestral lands and identity. Yet these are the costs of living beside one of Earth's most active volcanoes. The choice is often between livelihood and life itself. The future of communities around Mayon hinges on continuous innovation, global collaboration, and an unwavering human spirit. Because Mayon will erupt again. It's not a question of if, but when. And how we respond will define our legacy. From the ashes of 2026, stories of courage emerge. Stories like those of Mang Tonyo, the fisherman who refused to leave his family's ancestral boats. He believed the sea, his lifelong companion, would also be his protector against the mountain's wrath. His act of quiet rebellion sparked a debate. Where does personal liberty end and collective safety begin in the face of absolute danger? This isn't a simple question of defiance. It's rooted in generations of deep connection to land and sea, a life inextricably linked to Mayon's rhythm. Meanwhile, in the bustling markets of Legazpi, resilience takes another form: ingenious adaptation. From ash-infused bricks for construction to new farming techniques for ash-laden soil, innovation blossoms in the shadow of Mayon. The 2026 eruption, despite its ferocity, has forged stronger community bonds. Shared adversity brings people closer. Local leaders like Governor Noel Rosal became beacons of calm amidst the chaos, guiding their people with unwavering resolve. His focus on transparent communication and swift resource deployment was praised as a model for disaster response globally. From the Philippine government to international aid organizations, the collective effort was a testament to global humanity. As the sun rises over Mayon, painting the ash-dusted landscape in hues of gold and gray, the question remains: what truly defines living in its shadow? It's a dance between destruction and creation, fear and fascination. Mayon is a living testament to Earth's untamed power. And the people of Albay, in their resilience, embody the very spirit of life that thrives in defiance of the inevitable. This eruption of 2026 is a global call to action, to better understand our planet, to fortify our defenses, and to champion our shared humanity. The stories from Mayon are not just tales of survival. They are blueprints for a future where humanity and nature can coexist, however precariously. This is Mayon's enduring fury, and this is humanity's enduring spirit. But the story doesn't end here. Every rumble, every wisp of smoke is a chapter being written. Join us as we continue to explore Earth's untamed forces and the unbreakable spirit of those who live in their shadow. Special thanks to Phivolcs, the Albay provincial government, and the courageous people of Albay for their insights. All scientific data and factual accounts are based on verified reports and expert interviews from 2026. For more detailed information, visit our website. This has been Mayon's Enduring Fury, continuing the narrative on long-term impacts and recovery efforts. The road to recovery for Albay is long, but paved with collective resolve. New sustainable housing initiatives designed to withstand future ash falls and tremors are becoming a reality. These homes, built with recycled materials and community labor, offer a blueprint for adaptive living on the Ring of Fire. Education becomes paramount. Children in Albay learn volcano safety drills alongside their ABCs. Their generation, armed with knowledge and technology, stands as Mayon's most prepared inhabitants yet. Global geological collaboration intensifies. Volcanologists from around the world pool resources and data. The 2026 Ring of Fire Summit in Hawaii spurred unprecedented data-sharing agreements, uniting researchers against common threats. The focus now shifts from mere prediction to proactive mitigation. Can we learn to tame Earth's fury, or at least guide it? New seismic dampening technologies are being tested in regions like Indonesia, aiming to stabilize vulnerable ground. These are bold, often controversial experiments. The ethical implications of manipulating Earth's crust are hotly debated. But with the threat of an escalating ring of fire, some argue these are risks humanity must now consider. Back to Mayon, the rhythm of life returns, even as the Earth still breathes its fiery breath. The memory of 2026 is etched into their collective consciousness, a stark reminder, but also a source of enduring strength. For Mayon's children, the mountain is not just a threat, but a teacher, shaping their history, their culture, and their very future. And as the world watches, Mayon whispers its timeless lessons of power, humility, and the unyielding spirit of life itself. Cliffhanger. The true measure of a society is not how it avoids disaster, but how it rises from the ashes, stronger and more unified. Mayon's 2026 eruption became a crucible for human ingenuity, forcing breakthroughs in disaster science. From improved satellite thermal imaging to micro-drone deployments for crater surveys, every innovation aimed to save lives. The challenge remains immense, predicting the unpredictable. Mayon teaches humility, even to the most advanced AI. Yet the human spirit, adaptable and unyielding, offers the greatest hope for coexistence with such raw power. From the scientists in their labs to the farmers in their ash-dusted fields, every individual plays a vital role in this saga. What new challenges will Mayon present? What new lessons will it teach? The future remains unwritten. But one thing is certain: the spirit of Albai, forged in fire and ash, will continue to endure. It's a powerful narrative, a testament to humanity's remarkable capacity for adaptation, innovation, and courage. From the Philippine sea plate to the depths of Mayon's magma chamber, the story is still unfolding. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Mayon's fury and the enduring human spirit. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more investigative journeys into our world's most compelling mysteries. Your support helps us continue to bring these critical stories to light. We are committed to bringing you verified, in-depth reports on the scientific wonders and challenges shaping our world. Stay curious, stay informed. The power of knowledge begins with you. For specific details on volcanic activity, always consult official sources like Phivolcs or the USGS. Remember, the information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. We are not liable for any actions taken based on this content. Your safety is paramount. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to uncovering more wonders with you.